Hello again, and welcome to Kabbalah Revealed. I'm Tony Kozenek. In this lesson, we're going to look closely at a Kabbalistic article, something that we looked at a few lessons ago, but we're going to look at it in more detail. It's an article called "There's None Else Beside Him." This article comes from a book called Shemati. Shemati means I have heard. And these articles were lessons spoken by Bala Salam to his students. And his son, Rabash, Rav Baruch Shalom Halevi Ashlag, was one of his students. And he wrote what his father said. And he kept it in a little personal notebook. And it was something, this notebook was something that he kept with him all the time. He had a few books that he constantly referred to, and this, the directions, the instructions, and the words of his father, he kept close to him. Rav Michael Lightman, who is my teacher and the teacher of B'nai Baruch, was Rav Baruch's personal assistant. He took care of all of his affairs and was with him all the time. And he was his direct disciple. And at the time, towards the end of Rav Baruch's life, Rav Lightman was with him. He was with him in the hospital. He was with him during that process. And during the time that he had studied with him, Rabash had shown him many texts that he hadn't seen before and that hadn't been shared with some of the other students. And Rav was aware of this notebook, and he had seen it and had borrowed it occasionally to learn from and so on, and it was a very precious thing. And when Rabash was on his deathbed, he gave this book to Rav Lightman. And Michael Lightman published the book. And it contains beautiful articles describing the inner work of a person. A lot of the work in Kabbalah is technical work. The study of the 10 Sephirot, Talmud Esher Sephirot, and other technical works, the Tree of Life, the Zohar, which deal with the technical aspects of creation as well as the inner states related to them. Well, these articles in the book Shemati, they're specifically made for the student to find himself, to identify inner states and to connect these inner states to the technical work and the Kabbalistic work as a whole. And they contain thought from the highest level of reality. This particular article, "There's None Else Beside Him," it encapsulates the entire methodology of Kabbalah. There isn't anything that a person need do or know or consider that's not in this article. And Rabash told Rav Lightman that it would be a good thing if he read this hundreds of times. We'll read it once today, perhaps, if we can get through it. And as we do, again, we're doing this only to attract upper light, and all that you need do as we go through this is to try to connect with the thought and the feeling of the author. There's none else beside him. It is written that there is none else beside him, meaning that there is no other power in the world with the ability to do anything against him. And what man sees, namely that there are things in the world which deny the household of above, is because he wills it so. In other words, there's one power, there is one active force, there is one actor in reality. And there is no other authority, there is no other author to anything that occurs in reality. But the fact that we see that the world is built in such a way that there seems to be an opposing force, well, this is done on purpose. And it's for our benefit. And it needs to be harnessed. It needs to be understood. And it needs to be included in our perception. And it is deemed a correction called the left rejects and the right adducts, meaning that which the left rejects is considered correction. This means that there are things in the world which from the beginning aim to divert a person from the right way, and they reject him from holiness. The hiddenness of the Creator is not a physical hiddenness. We feel perhaps He's not there, or maybe I believe in Him, but the proof for it, we don't truly claim that if we saw Him stand before us. We already know this. We know that we're not speaking about a physical proof, a physical reality. The hiddenness of the Creator is hidden not just from our physical senses. He is hidden from our inner sensation, our feeling of connection, our faith, our direct sensation in our thoughts. He is hidden from us by our doubts. Right? There's a quality of our inner state that when we are filled with doubt, then there is a rejection. That is, there's a hiddenness. We feel that it can't be so, and that there is perhaps some other force. It's this sensation, this inner state of hiddenness, where the reason for things, or to feel that there could be any kind of a divine guidance behind anything, our doubt covers it completely.